forward, you have to look a little bit back, and I've done a lot of thinking about this over the 33 years, whether it was my field experience and being right in the ground with serving communities from all over LA County. It actually has informed my leadership through the years, those early year experiences, almost 20 years working in the field. And so when I think and I hear someone mention the word community, my priority is always to be first community aware. And that when we become community aware, and what I mean by that is like aware of the needs and the cultures of the community we serve, the diversity of it, we then become obligated in our design and everything we do, the actions we take to serve those needs and serve those communities in the ways that they best serves them. And we really can't know that till we're community aware. So when we look backwards at what happened with infrastructure, in the 1800s, LA County was definitely booming. There was a big draw to come here for economic reasons. You see all the advertisements from that time. It was like this bucolic images of Los Angeles, with the orange trees and Hollywood, and everybody had these sprawling lawns and wide parkways, and one of the drivers was that there was work, and that work would be provided, that the infrastructure would provide the means for the economy to thrive. And so the result of that sort of single priority of economics is and the outcome of it is things like the LA River being paved over, and which is not a bad design when your driver is purely economics. The freeway system being designed to support only the car, the vehicle, and the politics that went along. We could go on and on about that. Much of what we were building in terms of roads was absolutely supporting the development of LA. So whether it was oil fields or subdivisions, the county actually was building the roads to those facilities. I like to tell people to watch There Will Be Blood. You'll see in that movie how the prospectors for oil, they were lobbying the county officials to put roads into places, faraway places like, believe it or not, Redondo Beach and other places like that, across the swamplands to get them to where the oil was. And then same thing with the water system. The water system essentially to serve Los Angeles, it was basically grab any water is good water. We abandoned our local water and started building outside the system to bring more water and convey water from faraway places as time went. And in fact, the LA River was essentially a sewer, and most of what was happening there was the railroad needed to get over it, and people needed to put their refuge and their raw sewage into something, and that's where the LA River was. So it wasn't a pretty time in terms of like environmental awareness or the impact of the long-term thinking. So what's interesting about, and you ask about the community effect, is we've heard from our communities about what they want. They want to live here, have a high quality of life. They want their children to be able to drink the water, to breathe the air, and to experience all of Los Angeles with equity. And so we're trying to design with equity rather than disparity. Nice. And so that's the effect of really the gross overview. I look at it as like everything we need to do is be community aware and design with equity no matter what we do. And then of course be smart about it for that multi-benefit approach, and also look long range, because we're going to leave behind something like the designers of the LA River and other places did. They left something behind for the future that also takes into account the future. Climate change and other natural occurrences, the way the Earth is evolving. We need to take that into account as we design our infrastructure these days.